So let's start with a recap, because you're going exactly from last session into this session. So last time, most of you had descended into the dungeon under the villa of Duke Thalamra Vanthampur. It was a difficult engagement. You engaged the Duke just as the rest of her forces decided to storm into you. You fought your way through them. With the exception of Grismore, all of you are lying unconscious on the floor, and Duke Thalamra Vanthampur has escaped. The rest of you, which is Ace, Tinker, and Lazrith, were looting the villa, carrying away tapestries, rugs,
a table.
and a table.
If it wasn't nailed down, mate, you were having it.
So,
and if it was, I was standing on top of it playing my lute.
So let me take you to, because I can't incorporate you all straight away into the start of the game. What we've got to do is wrap up the end of last session. So this is the where you were in the dungeon. So
I've only got grass.
Kuraz was just knocked unconscious in the corridor as the Duke escaped. The rest of you are in this room with Rhea. Rhea is also conscious. So this is where, because I've got things planned for this session, but it could go any way. Anything could happen right now. So my initial question is going to be for Grismore, as the only member capable of doing something right now. What are you going to do?
I'm dragging Kuraz, so the last thing I said I was going to do was going to drag Kuraz back into the room.
Okay.
Because Ray is still up as well, so at least there's two of us instead of one of me. So that was my first plan. I know she's gone towards the stairwell, so I'm not going to follow her, but I'm hoping the lads upstairs might run into her.
I'm hoping that real bad. I'm hoping that.
But at this point, chasing is a suicide mission for me. I've got nothing left in the tank. She'll kill me before I can kill her 100%. So,
defo.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to secure everybody, try and lock the doors, and then trying to start bringing people around when it's checked. Obviously, I know I can't, but just trying to tend to people basically. Because what else can I do?
Okay, so tending to people, game terms, so this is full metagame, is a short rest, which is an hour.
Yeah.
So there is nothing else you can do, nothing else you can think of doing. You haven't got anything left, nothing in the tank whatsoever.
Wild shape, no spells, I've got cantrips. That's it. And even on a short rest, I don't get spells back. So.
Okay. So let's, for those that are unconscious, you can go ahead and click a short rest. I haven't got an issue with that.
Got no hit dice.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Well,
becomes a little bit. Yeah. this could be. Nope. Apparently not.
Right, I've got a potion of healing. Can I give him that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely got one.
Can I also take a short rest, Dave?
Yes, mate. Yeah. Right. Okay. For everyone else, this is going to be a huge roll. For Ace, Lazrith, and Tinker, I would like each of you to roll perception, and this is an individual perception roll.
Oh dear.
I'm too busy rocking out on a table.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So as you're backwards and forwards, you're carting things out of the villa. On returning, it's going to take you longer than an hour to return to the villa. You can't hear anything. You sort of stick your head down the entrance to the dungeon under the villa, and you don't hear any movement. You don't hear any sounds, but something your innate senses are telling you that something is wrong downstairs. So
I've got an STD again.
Ace, Lazrith, and Tinker, what are you going to do?
I mean, we better head downstairs.
Feels like the right thing to do.
Okay, so as you go downstairs, you can all see the what you've got on the dungeon. So you come down the stairs here, and you can see what looks like a dead, destroyed devils on the wall. Devils, when they die, they turn into ash and brimstone, and so you can see in the corner there's these marks, and you can see in the corridor here there's dried blood, and there's bodies all the way along the corridor. And you get to this position here, and you can hear chatting low voices coming from this chamber here, and you can detect it's your other bandmates. And as you come around the corner, you can see Kira's, Mephiston, Nuzgrond, Grismore, and Marahirahi in a really bad... Thank you, Mark. When I say thank you, I mean shut up. They're in that bad a state that Maro actually hasn't regained consciousness. They're covered head to foot in their own and other blood. They're in a real bad way.
Trevor did take a battering as well, didn't he? He took an absolute kicking.
Absolute kicking. He's because so he's still, as far as you're concerned, a dead weight. He hasn't regained consciousness. He's stable, but he's unconscious. Ray is there as well.
If he's dead weight, we'll just chuck him in the sea and be done with him.
Chuck him in the sea.
I think don't even bother moving him. Just leave the body.
No, we need to get him back to the ship, don't we? I think, but we can hide him. But we. Anyway, I'm unconscious. Sorry, I was quite.
You're not,
No. You've had your
potion of healing, so 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2, Mark, and then you can use my potion of healing. That should.
Oh, thank you. Dragons.
Go on, Jake.
He needs to go sleep.
So 2d4 plus 2, what did you say to roll for that? So it'd be 1,
Yeah.
2. There the d4s.
Oh, fuck it. I'll cast Cure Wounds on him for 1 level.
7.
I would if I could. I can't.
So I was going to say, I can cast healing.
I can cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah, I've got Cure Wounds, but I can do it at 2nd level as well. I guess
Who else is unconscious? We've got.
You've all had a short rest, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back to full.
The question is, do you want to continue to search through,
Well, we haven't
withdraw?
We haven't found the shield, and we need to find the shield. That's what we're down here for.
Ray will also say to you that she's down here to find Thavius Krieg, and you haven't found him yet either.
Well, I've got all my spell slots back now, so I've got some.
The biggest problem we have is
Have you got your spell slots back?
I'm all Warlock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The biggest problem we've got.
Sorry, Tom.
The biggest problem we've got now is because she's escaped. She's going to frame this as an assassination attempt and herself. This makes us look really fucking guilty. We needed to take her down.
Where does she live? Or where is she?
Yeah. We're in her mansion, mate.
It's my
This is
mansion
what I'm
now.
saying. This looks like an assassination attempt with an attempt to frame. That's what this could potentially be made to look like. We needed to take her out, at least take her captive, if not kill her out.
Well, we do have that box which has some. Well, we suspect it might have a contract in, so at least that could serve as some kind of proof against her.
But there's
But who
loads.
is it?
She's got an evil dungeon under her house that we can
Yeah.
show to people. We need to find, I reckon, if we can. Sorry. Do we know who's the absolute leader of this place?
We
Is he the
assumed.
guy that we've lost? It is, isn't it?
No, Fabius Krieg is he's one of the leading councillors, isn't he? But he's also a leader of Flaming Fists.
No, Tharius Krieg is the leader of Elturel.
Elturel.
So if we can find him and he can testify to help us, then we're golden. But we've got to find him now as well. So that's now as urgent as finding that shield.
Okay, let's
So the
go.
question is then, if we're going to continue on, so let's just metagame a little bit and assume you guys have briefed us exactly what happened. You come in the room, you're on ground for 11 minutes trying to identify the spear. The alarm was raised, everyone came in. So there would be an element of assumption then that you've potentially killed everyone down here. Because if the alarm's been raised and they want you dead, everyone's going to come charging to get you out.
I mean, it seemed like they threw pretty much everything.
Yeah. It wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't.
At the same time, do we just want to be running on whatever minimal amount of HP? I mean, what HP are you all running on now?
9.
I'm now on 21.
21.
I've got 12.
30.
So, I mean, I can slap somebody, if you want, Mark, I can slap Nuz for another 2d8 worth of healing.
I'm not going to say no to anything, but we don't want to exhaust everyone's resources.
Well, no, I can recover the spell slot. So if I slap, you see what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm wizard, don't forget. So at least then you've got a little bit of standing you if something, if we're wrong.
Do I get a what's it back, Dave? A what? A rage?
You can have a rage back, mate. Yeah, you need to read the the playtest rules for Unearthed Arcana for barbarians.
And Lars, am I right in saying
that almost half? So that's a lot better.
I can heal as well. I've got.
That's 12 hit points back for Nuz.
Yeah,
you're also pretty hard, aren't you, Lars? Like you're a pretty tough fella. So you've then got 2 people stand up front instead of 1. Do you know what I mean? Like
I'm a frontline fighter as well.
Does anybody else need healing though before we start? Is anyone else looking battered?
I've got 12, but you may as well save the slot because I can always do a spell of Armor of Agathis and get 10 temporary hit points if I need it. So
okay,
makes sense.
Full of armor.
So that should be enough to see us through, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I thought so.
Worst case, we come across a couple of people, but in theory, you should have killed most, so we should be pretty safe, shouldn't we? In theory.
In theory.
Did you enough to be safe-ish that you're not going to go down within 30
And there's
seconds?
7 of us now instead of 4.
Yeah, which is massively helpful.
Have you looted the bodies in this room?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
But there was. Did
Sorry.
Grizz pick up the spear? Because
it's still on the floor in this room. It was thrown at I think this middle enemy. So no. So we were outside and I've dragged you in. So it's on the floor.
Yeah.
It's here. But
yeah.
So should we do that then? Should we loot for anything that's worth looting, and then move on from here?
Yep, that sounds good.
Okay, so there is the +1 spear that you know about because you identified it. There is.
I think I'd probably go over, pick that up, and then thank Grizz and basically give him the spear, kind of as a gesture of goodwill.
And he'll thank you for it, but he'll say, "I'm not the person to take this. I'm not a frontline fighter. I've got a scimitar if things get bad, but this is probably better in somebody else's hands."
Dave, didn't you say it probably be best for Craig?
He can, as a monk, he can use it and then convert it to a monk weapon. But I mean, if you can make use of it today, that's whatever you need to do.
I mean, if someone else has some use for it,
it counts as a polearm. So I certainly could.
But a spear is what, a D6, D8?
The D8 rather
Yeah.
than the D10.
Yeah.
Versatile
I lose the
D8,
read.
yeah.
It's D6, D8, and 10. I thought it was
Mhm.
D8 if
Yeah.
it's wielded to. Yeah.
It's only if we're fighting devils, because they don't take jack shit from anything
I
else.
mean, if you're low on hit points, you can throw it.
Plus, I can use a shield and a spear, but then I'm down to a D6 damage, but I still get me second attack.
Your call, Mark. You seem the logical choice. It makes no sense for me to take it because I have other means of melee
Okay,
fighting.
I'll take it for now. I'll not put it on my sheet though, because it's I'll give it to
Yeah.
Craig
I'll,
after.
Let's see where you're coming
okay,
from.
I've got it in my sheet. I'll leave it in my sheet for now.
Yeah, okay.
And then just so we don't forget we've got it, and then we give it to Craig next session.
Okay.
Fantastic.
In terms of anything else, there's the masks of the cultists. There's ripped and torn, broken armor. There's scimitars if anyone wanted to equip a scimitar, but you know that you're not going to be able to sell it off for much. Where the bearded devil died, on his corpse there were a ring of keys.
Andy,
Yoink.
Yeah,
what
defo.
weapon did he have?
Yeah.
He had a glaive. So there's an abyssal
Standard
glaive,
glaive.
but there's nothing. Yeah, it's a standard glaive. There's nothing.
Is it cooler
special
looking
about
than
it.
mine, Dave?
Is yours particularly cool looking? What?
It's pretty average.
No, then it's pretty average. I'm afraid.
I'll break wind in its general direction and move on.
Okay. Have you checked? Oh, this room here, because I know there was some fighting in it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Again, we haven't like searched like anything.
Gonna say
So
it was
it's-
literally we stopped us at the end of the combat. So
Yeah. What I'll say to you into all of the rooms that you can see, you would have searched through. There are symbols and various iconography pointing towards this place as being a devil worshippers dungeon. So a lot of these rooms that you've sort of skirted round and ran through, you can go back and virtually loot it all, but there is nothing else of value. Let me just double check the cultist room. Yeah, so here where most of the cultists were sleeping, they keep everything of value with them. The ritual chamber that you're in here, this is where you met the bearded, the barbed devil. There's not.
Yeah.
There's nothing specifically valuable.
Does this room feel like a holy room? Like I think we've spoke about it in Stride before, Dave. Like you get clerics now, you get the heebie-jeebies when you walk in, knowing that it is like a sanctuary for the holy sort of thing.
Quite the opposite. This is an unholy room. This is. I mean, there's. This is was a statue of a duchess of one of the layers of the 9 hells of Beator. This was a statue of Zariel. There was a devil that stood in front of it. It's the you know.
I mean, we basically crashed a ritual that was like in progress.
So is there anything we can do to nullify that?
to reconsecrate instead of deconsecrate it, I suppose. But
Yes,
We
something
smashed
like
it to
that.
bits, didn't we?
We smashed
we-
the statue.
Oh.
Well, decapitated it and took the spear out. That's where the spear came from.
Oh, right.
The
I think
hallowed spell is a lot higher level, and there's not really much you could do.
Okay.
I think
about Holy War?
Kuraz would be pretty set on finding the shield, finding what's his name, and getting the hell out of Dodge.
Okay.
Would Holy Water do anything?
Yeah, you could. Have you got some?
I've got some. I wonder if I gave it to Sam with him being a cleric, he could do something with it.
I'm not a cleric.
Oh,
Wrong
yeah.
game.
your eyes, Josh is the cleric.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I could give it to Josh because he's a cleric.
Lars, am I right saying you're a paladin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might also be able to help with that as well.
I mean, if you want me to do it, I'm happy to do it.
There's from what you've seen, and this place is well established. You'd need a vat of holy water to wash away the stain. You could drop it around in small doses, but it's not.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like,
Let's try.
Kurez would probably like take the holy water off you and just kind of unceremoniously just be like, "The fuck's this gonna do?" And then like splash it around a bit, and then like throw the vial, and then like be like, "Okay, let's go."
So there's plenty still to do. So you've got the whole. Oh, I tell you what. Shall I? You're all right if I force your view, chaps? Let's go to the full view. So doors to the north. That corridor's a dead end. There's down to the south here. Door there, and entrance there. That secret door leads. You'd have worked this out. There were two entrances to the dungeon. One was in the villa. The other one was through the stables. That leads. I'll open it up for you, so at least you've got. Right. Oh, and just a reminder, because I took you off the snap to grid. So while you're moving your tokens, if you hold down your left click, if you press space and then keep moving, it's an anchor point. So move space. You know, that's it.
That's it.
You got it. Wow, that's some crazy moving there, Tom.
Yeah, sorry, I went a bit too far. I've got a bit carried away playing with it. Sorry.
That's fine. So you've got stairs up. Here.
Yeah.
But that's the way out into the stables.
So
Well,
I
should we
reckon we go to the south.
Through there and then go to that corridor.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a long.
Any, like,
sorry, Josh, go
on. Like when kind of, I imagine like there wasn't a whole lot of time for looking around when me and Grids were chasing down Thalamra, but like would there be anything that would have jumped out, like any like particularly like ornate doors or anything in the corridors?
No, it's a valid question. The only ornate door was this one here, which had the iconography, the infernal script above it. The rest, they're all iron-bound doors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
So this corridor, long, straight corridor, you get the impression that's going to loop around. In fact, it does loop around. What I'll do, I'll just nick Mephiston's. I'm not going to rush you through this, but let me just fill that in for you. That's a simple one to get out of the way. But it does travel around to the south.
Read what it says on the door.
Yes, you did read. Have you got Infernal as well, Jake?
Yeah, I can read it.
I've got you best get your words. I'll go and top my drink up while you think of something.
Yeah, it says that which falls shall rise again. Right, I'm going to ask you individually because otherwise it'll be a free for all. It's the Mark game. We still need a jingle. Josh, your words for the Mark game, please.
Baboon. Ooh. We've had monkey tonight, so I'm feeling good about that.
Jake?
Yeah, I felt
that. Brontosaurus.
Sam? Skin?
Yeah, to skin. Skin
okay.
something.
Lewis?
Sandwich.
And Lars?
clarinet.
Don't know why clarinet amused me, but I think it was the presentation, Lars. Well done.
Clarinet.
I wasn't going to go. It's because Josh said something to do with was it monkey or ape or something, and I was thinking, you want to go with banana? And then randomly clarinet came to my mind, and I was like, clarinet.
That might be the way to do it, mate.
Clarinet.
Is that truly how I sound? I'm going to watch this back.
I'll take banana as well.
Tom's
I
gonna
think
take
about
banana.
that voice at night.
Tom, Sorry, dude.
You're all right. You're no problem. It's because it's because there's too many people here.
No, well, because you came on after I created my list as well.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I lost track of time.
Banana.
I was going to take bassinet, but we can't have two instruments.
I remembered life when you could lose track of time. Oddly enough, it was before I had children.
Yeah.
And when pencils were your own, I've had a Gryffindor pencil now that I literally have to hide that from the children, otherwise
Otherwise, you'll have to be Voldemort in them.
You see, this is where I've made the mistake, Dave. I live with a nurse. I don't own a pen anymore. I don't own pens. I borrow them from Claire.
Is that after Claire's borrowed several from you?
After she's claimed ownership, yeah. They're not my pens anymore, they're Claire's pens.
See, my other half does that with socks, but apparently they're our socks.
Yeah.
They're not my socks, they're our socks.
The cure for that, Jake, is to develop a verruca.
Oh.
Or have bigger feet.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, socks are pretty much one size, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know what they say about big socks?
Big socks, big slippers.
Are we carrying on down here then, or?
I was thinking
yeah,
that, yeah.
defo.
Thanks, look.
Just so you know,
basically.
I've got spear and shield, Dave. I'll have to go a bit defensive.
Okay.
What's that, Dave?
That is just a niche. You know this word?
Oh, okay.
Niche?
Yep.
You use this word? So, take your way to...
Some people say niche.
They do. They're wrong. You take your way down to the side. If you just go a little bit further...
Lazrith's taking out the rear.
Yeah. So there's a door. There's a door at the end, and this is similar to the other doors, to the sort of iron-plated doors, but this is a lot more solid than the other ones, and it has a keyhole.
We have a ring of keys, don't we?
Ring of keys.
Yeah, I'll pass the keys to Tinker, ask if he doesn't mind doing it, because I'm feeling a bit rough. If he doesn't
fine.
mind doing it.
How many keys are on this keychain? How long are we going to be here?
There's only about 7, but this door is the size of one of them. So you open the door, it swings open, it's well oiled, and inside you can see jail cells. So there's jail cells inside. So what I'm going to do, just because you've got the keys now, is I'm just going to open up all the doors. If you want to reset your characters to 0, you'll be able to see. So there's 2 prisoners inside the cages, and it's... Oh, here's a question. No, I'll backtrack. No, I was going to ask about light, but this dungeon was lit. So to the north is a battered and bruised, swarthy-looking, dark-skinned southerner. You would guess he was probably from Callumshire. And then to the south is a very, very older than the Duke, the Glamour of Vanthampur. This is a woman in her sort of late 70s, 80s, with very regal bearing, even though she's got cuts, bruises all over her. But as you open the door, both of them sort of shy away from you, and then both of them say, "Oh, help us, rescue it."
Yeah. Well, I'll ask. I say, shall we let him out to Tinker? He's next to me.
So what we're saying is we've broken into a prison cell, and the 2 people opening the door is the massive fucking orc and the massive fucking robot who's covered in fucking metal armor, just looking in the door like, "Hello."
Yeah, and they go, "Help! Help!
Hello.
To be fair, Lazrith is stood next to you. You just can't see him. He's a bit lower down.
and also, in the essence of fairness, you're not literal devils. So regardless of where you are, you're an upgrade.
Yeah.
But I kind
We'll
of
let 'em-
imagine Tinker
let 'em
sort of
out.
opening the door and then sort of awkwardly waving like,
Bit like Betamax.
I mean, Ace would instantly go to the woman.
Of course he
Oh,
would.
You know, baby.
You animal.
Blue rinse looks mighty fine.
So give me a history check then, Jake.
History. Let's have you. 11.
11. Okay, you recognise her as nobility in Baldur's Gate, but you're not entirely sure who she is. But as you get closer to her, she'll say, "Oh my god, man! Oh yeah, let me go, please help me."
can I have a go at trying to recognise Dave if it's history?
Yeah, who's been in Baldur's Gate for a while? So Lars, you can as well.
Yeah.
I have as well.
I've
I
been around for a
don't know
bit.
how long I was there. Few months.
23,
I've got-
Dave.
23. Yeah, this is Satyr Theon Hune. This is one of the major patriarch families. Yeah, Lazrith, you're not entirely sure who you are.
I'm still stuck behind Tinker on, just like.
Ace is going to pinch the keys that they've used to open up the cells, and he's going to like swan over to the cell like this, and it's going to be like, "My lady, don't worry, you'll be out of here any moment now." As he's like going to flick through the keys, like, "Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one?"
Whereas
so-
Tinker will identify who she is exactly, and it'd be quite revenant's the wrong word. He'll like act accordingly, but it's very
Formal.
practiced formal, if that makes sense. He doesn't know how to handle these situations, but he's been taught how to handle these situations, if that makes
Okay.
sense. So it doesn't come
Yeah.
naturally, but he's following protocol.
Sure.
I'll let the cultured people deal with nobility. What was her name again? Did we ask? Did we find out?
I told you.
It should be on map tools, Mark, if you want to have a look. So it's Lady Satyr Theon Hune.
Yes.
And she's quite tight-lipped. She hasn't got much to say to you, and she's just holding on. As you open the door, she sort of staggers forwards, and you find yourself having to help her and guide her. Probably between, if it was Ace and Tinker. Then.
Ace would just like almost like put one hand around her waist and one hand in a like get a hand like this. Not in terms of a rude way, but just like like support her out of the cell like a gentleman.
She's not bad for an old dear, actually. I would.
She holding them.
She's got a backbone, Mark. Of course you
would. And Ace would be like, "My lady," it's like it's coming out.
Oh,
Yeah, she's still very tight-lipped. She'll say, "Oh, take me home."
Don't worry, we'll get you. We'll take you to your place of safety.
The chap to the north is also saying, "Gentlemen, please do not forget about me. Please, leave me."
You've got.
Right, come on then, let's go, boys.
Although perhaps we should ask him who he is before we let him out of his cell.
Yeah, we should probably have asked them both. Like, Ace is just straight over to this old bird trying to chirp her. We don't even know who she is.
I've just been working on if they're in this dungeon, then they're probably going to be nice to us. But I don't. Yeah, I think there's such a thing as caution, which I wasn't using.
So I'll answer your question. Sorry, Sam, go on.
I was just say with the lady, because obviously I've rolled and know who she is. It would literally be apologies, lady, and say her name, so he makes everyone aware of who she is in the group.
Gotcha.
That was what I was sort of getting at. But he, like I say, he says it very formally, but it's awkward. Taught formal, doesn't come naturally to him.
Okay. So in terms of the interrogation, if we can call it interrogation, especially with, it sounds like you're being sort of quite respectful with Lady Hune, we'll call her for short. She'll say, "We're a rival family. I was captured in the streets by these common thugs." But she's not giving much else away. The chap to the in the northern cell, he'll say, "My name, I'm a trader. My name is Falastathisk. And you can tell that he's sort of looking around at you, trying to take you all in, and he will eventually."
Dave, can I roll to see if I know him?
Sure.
What would you want?
History again, if you wish.
Yeah. That is a 26. Oh no, it's not. It's a 1. Sorry.
Oh,
It looked like the 27 on the dice. I was like,
does he sound truthful, Dave? With me, 14 on insight.
It as he sort of, especially because what we'll say then is Nuzgrund, you've opened him now. The keys have been passed back to you, and as you're interrogating him, he starts to spin you a tale, and he looks up you, and you sort of you can tell you've got this look about you to say, look, don't fuck about, mate. We've had enough today. Just tell us the fucking truth. And he'll say, in truth, I am a spy for Selvira Savikas from Candlekeep.
I'll ask her if it's true.
Say again, sorry.
Wasn't that her name, Satia?
No. This is Selvira Savikas.
Oh, okay. Well, no, it's just. I'm sure they'll not be mean to us because we're going to let them go. So
hold on, Mark. I'm finished. And he'll say, I am a spy for Silvira Savikas, and I have been investigating rumors of devil worship. Silvira Savikas is the highest expertise of lower planes in the whole of the Sword Coast. And she told me to investigate Thavius Krieg and the Vanthampur.
Well, let's put it out there. You're not the best spy, are you, if you get caught?
Unfortunately, these devil worshippers are more cunning than.
Just to rewind,
Obviously
I'm not
not
going
hard.
to do the voice. Did you
Thank
just
fuck
say
for that.
investigate
Sorry.
Fabius Creek? Did you just say investigate Fabius Creek?
Silvara has suspected Thavius Krieg for many, many years, but she has yet to find proof. We believe somewhere there is a puzzle box with his contract inside. Oh, I'm getting into this voice.
Shame we didn't find anything even remotely like.
If we can,
such a shame.
if we could find this puzzle box, it would prove his allegiance with the devils.
Right. Okay. Go on,
I was
Tom.
like, I was like just about to like spill the beans on the puzzle box, and then like you guys popped up like, oh, shame we didn't find anything, and then I'm like,
And can I roll an insight check just to check what he's saying is honest as far as he believes it?
Sure, absolutely.
Trousers.
I mean, how are we supposed to trust the intel coming from the spy that got caught?
He's the dodgiest out of the two by his own admission.
I mean, can we ask Lady Hune, what if she knows anything about him? Like, she heard anything while being in the cell with him?
She will say, I do not know this man. I know nothing of this man. And she's once again, she almost does this sort of swooning type thing as Ace, and as Ace catches her.
I think Ace would be like, well, I'm quite surprised, really. I bet he's the most loudmouth spy going. I bet he shouts his way into these kind of situations. Like, Ace is going to be like openly ripping the shit out of him, thinking that he's a piss poor spy.
I'll say to the fella who says, don't pay any attention to him. So you've got two options: either come with us or find your way out by yourself. But we've cleared a lot of shit, but there might be other things, so it's up to you.
Can we?
I don't want to let him free. I want to keep him close.
Yeah, I'm not sure about her as well, with her like swooning about the place.
Look, she's a lady. For fuck's sake, boys.
What if we leave them here with the other woman that came down with us to guard them while we clear the rest of the
with the
dungeon?
promise that we may or may not come back, depending on if this dungeon gets raided or not.
Yeah, that sounds like a. Where's? Are you right here? Is he still unconscious somewhere?
Maro, yeah, he's. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the ritual room, and Ray is looking after him. So it's a neat little package.
What if we
You know-
move them to there then?
Perhaps
Do you know what
well,
would be better? If we just locked the door, left them in here, and then come back later.
Yeah, I think so.
Because then they can't get out, can they?
Yeah.
Ace, if you've got a problem, you can go in the cell with her.
Oh no! Like Ace is very much playing up to the part, like of being almost like quite chivalrous and the damsel in distress. But like I think like whilst he's like maybe like trying to walk kind of a bit out the dungeon before you've decided this, he'd probably like maybe like whisper something in her ear and be like, "Come on then, open up, you fucking cunt."
Oh.
What?
I completely missed that myself.
Oh, he'd almost like whisper in her ear and he'd be like, "Come on then, like give it up, like give up the information while you're down here."
Oh, right, gotcha.
He'd like whisper in her ear.
I think we all thought you were going a different way with that, Jake.
Yeah,
Oh,
you were calling her.
God.
You were calling her a cunt, not
I
like.
completely missed it. Just completely missed what was going on. Went completely over my head.
Oh, thank God it wasn't just me. Jake, you're fine. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Right,
I meant it in terms of like an intimidation check.
Let me just rewind ever so slightly then. So, Josh, give me an insight check. And in terms of Fallister as well, he's saying to you, listen, I know why you. There's only one reason you are here. It can only be on the reason that I am here. Silvera can help you. She can help Elturel. She knows much about the hells. She can offer you gold or magic if you can give her this puzzle box in Candlekeep. For Kira's for 14, as you see Lady Hune swoon, it's a false, it's an act.
So she's the creepy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I say we'll just to make sure you remain safe. We've got the keys. We're gonna close the doors, lock you in again. But we'll come back when we've found what we're after, and we'll take you to safety.
And leave two of our companions
both
in
of
the
them?
room.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like Ace
Lazrith
was
just
try and roll intimidation on her. That's what I was saying. Like that's
Go for it.
Ace was like going to whisper in her ear. He's going to be like, "Look, I know there's more to this than you're letting on," like type of thing.
Roll for it. And Tom, you said something as well.
Yeah,
19.
so I want to move Miro Hiri and Raya into this room because there's one way in, one way out. It's easier to defend than the.
Just quickly though, Lazarus' concern is if old lady Monocle is dodgy, what if she just kills everybody and we come back and just find 3 dead bodies and an old lady?
Well, I just got 19 on my intimidation check.
So with your intimidation, she sort of looks at you as she's sort of pretended to swoon, and she'll say, "The shield is my family's shield. You will give it to me."
Right.
So is she whilst this is all kind of going on, like is she still kind of like swooned in my arms?
Yeah.
Like whilst I've kind of leant down, can I drop her? Yeah. Like literally just let go of that, because I always imagine that I've caught her like this, and then I've kind of leant down to whisper in her ear, like, "Come on then, like give it up now, lady. Like I know you're playing games with us." And then as she's like, "The shield is mine," he's going to drop her on the floor.
Kick her in the nuts.
You hear 8 different joints worth of crepitus as she hits the floor. Jake, roll d20. If you roll less than 5, she breaks enough.
And then she can't hurt anybody in the room. She is legless.
I'll have someone's eye out.
Please be a nut. It's a 5.
So as she lands on the floor, as she lands on the floor, you hear an audible snap, and she screams in pain and starts to hold her left hip.
Ace is going to look at the group and he'll be like, "The shield, it belongs to her. She knew way more than she's letting on. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Stick her back in the cell, boys."
Right. Yeah.
Lazarus just going to go around and put a bowl of food and water down for each of them, like a dog. He's a good guy. He wants to make sure that they're okay.
I would often give the food to the spy, but she can fuck right off.
I think
Spy's been honest with her so far.
While Lazarith's going around and like giving them the food and water, I'll just kind of like kneel down beside her, and I think I'll try and ask her a little bit more about the shield and say, I can't imagine you have any idea where it is, but do you think you'd be able to find it?
Okay, I'm gonna roll persuasion then for me, Josh.
Okay.
She would have done until she got enough.
If she didn't help me, just put your foot on her hip.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking one.
I was tempted, just as I said roll persuasion, I was thinking I should have asked for disadvantage. Unfortunately, I don't need it. So with the broken neck of femur, with her out, you've outed her. She's not going to tell you anything now, unless you resort to extreme measures for this 18-year-old lady that's with a broken hip.
Well,
So go on, Luke. Say again.
I think Mephiston, as he's seeing this and he wants the information because he's getting wound up, he's just been downed and things are going through his head. He's going to casually walk in, kneel on her noff, and almost
right on the noff
into it, and grab her by the cuff and say, "Information now." And you can kind of see his eyes go.
Okay. So you can roll intimidation with advantage.
Oh wow, bullying old ladies now, are we?
How does 24
Better seducing them.
Yeah, so 24 doesn't do Lady Human. You got to still, and she'll say, "My family, we are the knights. We are the knights of the shield. It is our shield. If it is not me, it will be another that comes
Recalibrate the simian. I shall be back."
Well, it's ours now.
So close. Recalibrate the simian.
Oh,
I mean, to be
Simeon,
fair,
man. Monkey.
Josh, you can't win it again.
No.
That's like saying an ape's the same as a chimpanzee. It's not the same, Josh. It's just
Oh, sorry. What was I thinking?
Chimpanzees get very offended.
I can't believe you're doing this, Josh. Are you a mark in cahoots?
No, I just know a mad bastard when I see one.
Takes one to know one.
Yeah. So, Knights of the Shield. There will be more. If it's not me, there will be more coming for the shield. You escape. She's. Hold up. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Lewis, now roll a d20 for me. If you roll 15, if you roll over 15, she remains conscious. Under 15, she passes out from pain.
Pelvic snaps.
Yeah, she passes out.
Oh,
Yeah, she passes out. Cold out.
That's fine.
So
But you got a little bit more out of her anyway,
Lock her
so
in
it's
there.
worth it.
do we think she's a devil worshipper as well then, or do you think she's trying to protect the shield?
Well, the shield's bad, isn't it?
The shield's got a fiend or something like sealed inside of it, right?
Yeah.
yeah, but if you're the Knights of the Shield, surely you're protecting the
Protected
shield.
it from
Not
people from
from
using
using
it. That's my question. That's what I want to ask her, but she's out cold now. So.
Now we've got the information. She's out cold. Can we like do something to try and just splint the leg, but just leave her in there? So even if she just wake up, we've tended to it. But
Yeah, you can roll medicine. Has anyone got medicine as a proficiency?
Yep.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'll give it a roll.
Is your
15.
camera off, Josh? Yeah, you can explain that.
His camera is off, but I assumed he was eating or something.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry.
Well, I'll be whacking off. I
He's
always
not in
turn
a
the
tool
camera
shed.
off. Yeah, that's true.
It's because I don't know what happened. My Discord just like shut off on my laptop, so I had to like quickly go over to my computer and then.
Oh, sorry,
Come
dude.
back
Yeah, I
again.
said that. Yeah. If I'm not moaning
That's
at
all right.
Lars for his fucking nose.
Also, going back to you, Lars, you saying about seducing old women. You don't know what you're getting up to with the old halfling woman in Pathfinder, so you got to be careful making statements because that does no better.
Do you know what's worse is I thought then when you were saying that, like, I was thinking of me in real life and I was like, have I ever seduced an old lady? I was like, oh, God.
I haven't.
I haven't either, no.
I
If we're having an admission session, no,
I
I
don't know if I've seduced anyone, to be fair.
It's not my bag, baby.
Swedish penis enlargement pumps and me. They are so my bag, baby.
I love
Now
that.
we've done that. Are we like
Classic
Are
Austin.
we taking this guy with us then, or?
Yeah, I think we
Or
should
what?
take him with us.
I don't know. I think we'd leave them.
I said we're leaving with Raya Ramiro.
We've got some. I've got
And
some
it-
manacles. We
just-
can always lock him up with Raya.
Are the cells, can we actually lock the individual cells?
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
got the keys.
Just lock
Sweet,
him in.
yeah. They've got a bowl of food and water
And-
down, they'll be all right.
We'll be clear with him as well. Look,
They'll
we'll
be
come
right.
back for
Couple
you,
hours.
but we need to make sure that everything's kosher before
I said, we've
we
got the
put our
keys as
fully
well.
for faith in you. We will let you out. We're not going to harm you, but for our safety and yours, you need to stay here right now.
Okay, he'll say no. Agreed. I will be of assistance if you can arm and equip me, but for now I am no use to you. But you must please, if you find this box, you must send it to Candlekeep. You must send it to Salvire. Elton's
our eyes
fate
open.
could depend on it.
We'll keep our eyes open.
What was his boss called again, Dave? Sorry, you have just said it.
Silvera Sabacas. She's an expert in the lower planes in Candlekeep. Candlekeep, you would know, is the largest library in the whole of the Sword Coast. It's basically a city sized library. Admittance is you can only get into Candlekeep if you give them a book that they don't own.
Here's what I wrote earlier.
I've got a star map.
Where are we going now then?
Right. We've
Give
still
them
got
a lyric book.
loads of places we haven't. We've got. I don't know if what everyone's map's saying. We've got this door here.
Yeah, I'd say we go down there.
Reckon.
Okay, right.
I can't see what you're pinging. Are we pinging this one on the right?
Left.
That one on the right is a dead end. What I'll do, Lars, if you take your token to there, you can fill that in pretty quickly. It's just a passageway and a dead end.
Sweet.
So you were heading towards this closed and sealed door here. This door has a lock on it as well, and you do not have the keys for it.
No.
Oh.
That's bricks.
How well is the door braced?
It's a solid iron door, same as all of the others.
Okay.
It's got to be in there.
Can
How long do we
Lazrith give
have?
it a go with his head? One quick go.
Lars, I feel like you have a very low opinion of dwarves.
No, I love dwarves. Absolutely love dwarves. But they are quite sturdy, aren't they? Like a battering ram. And I figure
And also
helmet
quite low.
on,
Can a
It's
couple of us pick
yeah.
him up?
Second edition
good centre of
AD&D
gravity.
had some rules for dwarf armor where they had big spikes on their guns, massive. Apparently, when they were fighting ogres, just run in head first to straight in the.
Quality move.
I was thinking more of like on Toy Story where it goes, I don't want to use my head.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Do you want to? It'll be strength or athletics if you've got athletics.
Oh, I do have athletics. I'm quite an athletic dwarf. 18.
18 isn't
I'll make a
enough.
small dent in it.
No, is the short answer. It's sturdier than that.
Lazrith will step back and look a little bit embarrassed and then stand back behind Tinker again, like he always does.
Can anyone use thieves' tools?
Nope. Well, if
maybe.
can I have
only +1.
Can I have a closer look at the door, see how it's like constructed using kind of my knowledge from my forging background?
A bucket of hamster juice.
Because, well, it depends how long you guys could give me. How long do you think we have?
So we've got
here?
a while because I think we've killed almost everything. I hope we have.
If you could give me an hour, then potentially I might be able to do something about this door.
Well, I could at least try. I've got some thieves' tools, so I could roll just to see.
Oh yeah, go for it. If not, yes, we'll go for plan B.
Yeah,
but I was asking because I've only got a +1 to sleight of hand.
Oh, I could do it though because I've got.
Are you proficient with thieves' tools?
Oh no.
So you can have a go, but you don't apply your proficiency bonus, so it's just a flat roll.
Are you? Well, because my dex is a bit higher. My dex is +3, so if you've, I mean, my sleight of hand's +5, so I won't get to add my proficiency bonus, but I've got a +5 on it.
Mine's literally a +1. I don't have a proficiency in it either. I'm just proficient with the tools.
So you get to add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah. So it's only going to be a +3 for me.
All right. Has anyone got the guidance cantrip, the plus a D4 to ability check?
I can give you guidance. Yeah, I'm muting my mic, sorry.
It's a cantrip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there you go then. Shall I do that then? Shall I give it a go?
Oh, do you know what I can do?
I do.
I've got guidance. I've got
guidance as well.
I've only got a cleric in the party.
Shall we go a double guidance and a bardic inspiration, motherfucker?
You can't. Double guidance doesn't work. I've tried that already, but the bardic motherfucker is definitely going to work. I think alongside it.
So a bit of bardic inspiration and a guidance from someone.
Yeah.
Whilst it's just going on, I'll just play the bass lute in the background as well. Not for any inspiration, just for
shits and gigs.
let's just feel it. Dastor.
Bit of slap bass.
Who's Dastor?
Yeah.
This is Lazrith. You're bloody racist.
22. What do I get for the bardic inspiration on a 22?
A D6.
D6.
So I'll add a D6.
And then a D4.
And a D4.
Yeah.
So 27, Dave.
Okay. So as the door, you hear a click as the door swings open. You can see this room contains 4 wooden tables with 2 small wooden coffers at the top, each one. Hanging on the wall opposite the door is a beautiful golden shield. Standing in front of the shield is an old man in plain garments carrying a lit candlestick. As he turns to face the door, you see his shadow on the far wall doesn't match his form, but appears to be the shadow of a pudgy, horned fiend with small wings. Inside, you recognise, as you've met him before, Thavius Krieg. So what's going to happen now, if you'll indulge me just for a second, as Thavius Krieg turns towards you all, and he'll say, "Gentlemen, oh, thank God it's you. Oh, thank my saviours, bless you." But, however, Mephiston, all of a sudden there's sort of a click and a buzz in your head, and you're aware of the fact that this shield is communicating with you. And Sorry, Jake, go on.
No, Ace just kind of, as he walks in, he's looking at Thaddeus Krieg and he's be like, "You lying fuck!"
It was me all along.
this voice from the shield sounds angelic, sounds reverential, and it'll say, "Oh, my saviour has arrived. Oh, come, my saviour."
We know it's a fiend.
Don't do it. Please don't do it.
Gotcha,
We've been
bitch.
told.
Right, someone mute Lewis's mic. Lewis is naturally chaotic. He's thinking something. Turn his mic off now.
But still, like, while Thaddeus Krieg is like, my saviours, Ace is going to go on a bit of a rant here and be like, "You're fucking lying. You don't need us to save you. You've set this whole fucking thing up. Look at your bastard shadow on the wall."
It is this place.
You fake
be like-
little wanker.
I'll be like lighting my hand up as I'm like on fire, as I'm like staring at him, and I'm like, it doesn't really look good for you, does it?
As if you sent
Laz-
all of Elturel to hell, you absolute colossal cunt.
Lazarus was like, he's right, you know.
I'll just nod quietly whilst looking timid.
It is very, very distasteful.
Hold on. I'm trying to.
My friend doesn't like you. I don't like him much either.
Oh, let me get you something.
He will continue to profess his innocence, and he'll say, "They forced me to do it. You've no idea. These people, these devil worshippers, you've no idea." And he's quite insistent, and he's just going. He's in absolute denial about everything that you say and accuse him of.
Whilst he's doing that, Ace is just going to exclaim, "Oh, fuck off!"
Can I do divine sense?
Sure. You're not getting any fiend, celestial, undead, or otherwise from him.
Can I have an insight check, Dave?
Yeah, you can all roll insight if you wish.
Yes, please.
23.
So he's absolutely full of shit, but he's not breaking his story. He's sticking with this.
Mephiston just launch a bottle of alchemist fire at him from over everybody's shoulders and just go and just throws a bottle of fire because he saw the other imp that kind of bathed in the fire.
Yeah. So as the alchemist fire strikes and hits, he starts to scream as he's engulfed in fire, and he's burning to death in front of you as these high-pitched squealing, and you can now smell burning flesh.
Grab him and pull him out of the fire at least. We need him alive, I think.
Well, that'll do it.
Why don't we like to kind of drag him out and just throw him in the sewerage water to call him off and go?
Because alchemist fire isn't put out by water; it's made worse by water. It's sand. Yeah, it's sand.
I've got sand on me actually. You can use that if you like.
Okay, but he's sort of cowering.
Roll him.
He's cowering away from you. He's not being aggressive at all.
Is there a way to assess if he's under the influence of a spell or something like that?
I feel like there's something like this.
I
don't just want to chop his head off and find out that we've done something wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think you can kill him.
Well, at this point, I'm going to bring Rhea back now. And from down the corridors and hearing the scream, Rhea's going to poke her head around and she's going to say, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And she will go to Thaddeus Krieg and she'll kneel over him and look at you in disbelief.
Yeah, I'm just
This is the saviour of Elturel.
He's a fucking deceitful bastard.
Look at the
If
shadow.
he was,
I'll just look at the shadow.
how did he not go down with Elturel? He was in the city when it fell, was he not?
She looks towards Thaddeus Krieg, and there's still the look of sort of adoration on her face, and he's now hiding behind her, and he'll say, "I was in the suburbs. I was doing piecework outside Elturel, and
shadow. Look at the shadow.
How are you walking?
Thinks of shit.
how are you
Listen.
walking around here unsupervised and unguarded?
He was in a locked room, Tom.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't believe it. But
I have just used divine sense on it though, and it says it is not like a fiend, right? But he's got a fiendish shadow.
I want to
So I
bat
don't
him
get
down,
it.
Dave. Has he got anything on him?
He's just got his usual vestments. Around his neck is still his symbol of Torm. So, as you would know, and Rhea uses this as well, and she'll say, "This is a holy man. This is a priest of Torm. This is the man that summoned the companion to save the whole of El Jirel."
I'm going to point at the shadow again. No.
Is there a way we can assess to see if the shadow
I-
is real?
Can I
The
try
shadow
Or is
seems
that
like
an illusion?
The shadow seems perfectly real, but his
She's not
story
responding to
is
the shadow
that
at all.
no, she's not. The shadow is not convincing her. Let me just double check. Go on, Jake.
Does Rayan know something about him that nobody else would, if that makes sense? I'm just concerned this is an imposter.
well yeah,
Right.
I'm
Okay. No, I'm telling you wrong here. So what I'm gonna ask for
Is your 2 front teeth? I always like them.
all 2 of them.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the person with the best intimidation check to make a roll
+6.
to get
Mine
the
was
confession
6,
out of
yeah.
him.
Mine's only +2.
minus
So I'm
one.
at 6.
only
Zero.
0.
6.
So we've got 2 at +6.
3 at +6.
I
3
think
at +6.
Ace is the most. Ace is probably the most intimidating of would want
Guidance.
intimidating.
You'd want to
Yeah,
do it more than
but then
anybody
again,
else.
it was Mephiston that threw the
Yeah.
Alchemist.
the
Oh, yeah,
alchemist.
true.
Oh, yeah.
And
Actually,
to be
yeah.
fair, what I can do to Mephiston is I can also use a bardic inspiration to
Okay, let's
empower
on
that
you.
a
And
little bit. And to be
can
fair,
I-
we could stack guidance on it.
Can I impart guidance as well?
So what's that? Intimidation roll and a what?
A D6 and a D4.
Yeah. It's wicked.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not over yet.
16.
That'll do
On a
it. Yeah.
D4.
So eventually he'll sort of hiss and he'll say, "Ah, curse you. This was my rebirth, and you've destroyed it all." Ray is devoed by this.
Yeah.
Could
do
I?
you like as
could I-
Mephiston's doing this and he's kind of like screaming at him, almost like in a Batman, like "You're talking bullshit," as he's like going up to like him, like that.
Oh, can I cast Vicious Mockery on him?
I'd like to go and just like grab Rhea and just pull her away from him.
Yeah, I was
Sure.
thinking the same.
Yeah. You can. She is consolable, but she's mortified. Yeah. So you can do what you want. He's pretty hardy, but he's this sort of pudgy horned devil with small wings. Shadow is just. Because you've got the confession out of him, the only other way that you could have done it is try to force him to cast a cleric spell, but you don't need to do that now.
Is he quite squishy, this bloke, or is he?
Yeah, depending on what you wanted to do.
Well, now we've got the confession out of him. Mephiston was going to drag him towards the iron metal door and like repeatedly slam his head in the door.
Yeah, sure. What's your intention?
Kill him.
I worry that killing him might release whatever is
It
possessed.
will do, but it'll make Mephiston feel better.
We might be.
I
better
reckon we
to-
take him and the old back and make them. Got Zone of Truth. Somebody's got Zone of Truth.
Oh,
I've got Zone
no,
of
no,
Truth,
no,
but
do
I
it
don't have any
until
spell
he's at least
slots.
unconscious then and bleeding out of every orifice.
How have you made him bleed out of every orifice?
Because don't forget, we're being
Right,
blamed
with
for what
those
happened to El
Paladins.
Jirel, so we need to try and clear our own names here. So we need him alive. You knock him out by all
Yeah.
means, beat the fuck out of him, that's
Yeah.
fine. But we need him alive
Kick him in the
Clear our own
nuts.
names.
Just give him a big square, hefty kick in the nuts. That's enough for anyone, and it'll make
Tell
me
you
feel
what,
mighty fine.
let me cast Vicious Mockery on him. Let me use Vicious Mockery.
So yeah, I mean, you're knocking him out, are you?
Well,
But
I want to cast.
You want to cast Vicious
you cast Vicious Mockery. Yeah, you cast Vicious. How are you going to do that?
Well, I'm going to be shredding a cord, and as I'm doing it, I'm going to be like, "You've got a tiny dick. You've got a tiny dick." Whilst Mephiston's ramming his head into a door.
So while you're Mephiston, as you're slamming this door from behind you, you hear again this angelic voice saying, "Savior, Savior, I knew it was you." And what you can see behind you is this.
Oh,
field.
that's such a lawful good shield. Look.
Can anyone read Celestial?
Can I fuck?
Oh, funny that.
No.
I can read Abyssal.
None of you.
I've got Abyssal, Druidic, and Minotaur.
Okay, so you would have Mephiston would probably know anyway that this has celestial sigilry around it that seems to have been disfigured ever so slightly. And this shield will say directly to you, "Take me, Lord. I will make you powerful."
That's what they all say.
So as far as we're aware, there is an entity trapped inside this shield that was rumoured to be a devil or something.
Oh, it so is. It so is.
Because I'm sure I rolled a check on it and I
Definitely
knew something
lawful
about
good.
it. So,
Well, none of you
Definitely
can hear
good.
anything. As far as you're all aware, is you've just had this
Oh, right.
altercation with Thavius Krieg. This message is inside Mephiston's.
Oh,
it's
that's
almost
right,
kind of
okay.
like shaking his head as if to say, like, kind of get out of my head, but something's almost trying to stop him from going for it. If that makes sense.
Okay.
We need to take the shield, but we need to put it somewhere. I don't even want to touch it. Can we wrap it in something? Is there any tapestries we haven't stolen?
Yeah, you can find something because there's still the coffers in this room as well. There's the sort of small treasure chests on top of all of the tables.
Oh, we're so going to check that. As soon as I've got the shield wrapped up, I'll stick it in my pack, and then we'll see what's in the.
So the shield, as people are moving towards it, Lewis, the shield will continue to say to Mephiston, "It is me and you. It has been foretold. I can help you. You just need to help me."
You know, so you're saying it's talking to me in Celestial?
It's talking to you, yeah.
But I can't understand Celestial.
Well, no, it's talking to you with telepathy. So with telepathy, you can understand it. The sigilry is celestial.
Because I was thinking, then, is this some kind of ploy and it's talking to me infernal, and I'm thinking it's Celestial? Because I can speak infernal. I was thinking,
yeah. It smells like you sold your ass to Satan.
Mephiston's just going to keep shrugging it off. He wants nothing to do with it, and he's almost. Do you like where you're in between? Imagine like a toy in between two people. He's almost being pulled either side. One's trying to pull him towards, the other one's trying to pull him back.
Right. Okay. So you managed to wrap the shield. It's a heavy, cumbersome thing to wrap.
I can carry loads.
That's fine, Mark. You can make sure it's properly covered and put it on your back. Do whatever you need to do.
I'm classed as medium for carrying purposes, as well as having 19 strength.
Large, I believe.
Is it, oh yeah, because I'm medium anyway.
Yeah.
I'll be classed as large.
Constantly throughout this shield is saying, "We will be together. Trust me, we will be together." Just to Mephiston.
Sounds like a filthy little stalker.
So in terms of the coffers, they're all unlocked, and there is a vast quantity of loot inside. So depends on who's just one. Make a note of it. Tom's got it, so we're not duplicating.
Yeah, he's a good man.
So coffer 1 contains 30 electrum ingots. They're worth 10 gold each.
Damn.
And they
Nice.
have the stamp of the Vanthampur family on.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we'll be taking them.
Coffers 2, 3, and 4 each contain 100 gold pieces. So that's 300 gold pieces.
Okay.
Coffer 5 contains 2 pieces of a broken ceremonial dagger that appears to be of draconic design. But it's clearly snapped. Can anyone read draconic?
I can.
Yeah.
Oh, of course you can. The rune on the blade, on the ivory blade, is fang. And it's a bone hilt with studded
I like
gemstones, but broken. They're not worth much.
It's not. You say it's ivory. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like yeah. It's like the blade's ivory.
Yeah, the carved ivory blade with the runes fang, along with a bone hilt wrapped in a leather strips studded with gemstones. If it could be mended, it would be worth a fair amount.
That's take that anyway.
Do you have the mending cantrip?
I think I could. I don't have it at the moment, but cantrip versatility.
Okay, it's worth 250 gold if you can mend it.
Bussin'.
Coffers 6 and 7 each contain 100 platinum pieces.
Oh, we're still going to the magic
How
potion
much?
shop.
100
Platinum pieces.
platinum pieces
Between
Fucking
them
hell.
or each?
We're rich.
each.
Yeah.
Each?
Each.
Isn't that like
We could buy a
2,000
boat
gold?
with this.
Coffer 8 contains 20 azurite gemstones, 10 gold pieces each, as you...
20 what, sorry?
Gold pieces each.
10 gold pieces, so 20 azurite gemstones, 10
Azurite.
gold pieces each. You've seen gemstones similar to this before in the dungeon under the Dungeon of the Dead 3. This is possibly more of the dragon cultists, what they were looking for. This is possibly Tiamat's horde. This is loot directly from Queen of Darkness.
We'll make it especially juicy when we spend it down the magic potion shop.
Oh,
Fucking melt.
praise be the one true queen.
There's what, like 2.5 grand there or something silly?
At least.
More
Oh,
than
it's
that.
'cause she's
There's
fucking
2,000 in platinum pieces alone.
That's probably like close to
Electrum
3 grand.
ingots. There's 30 electrum ingots at 10 gold pieces each. So that's another 300. 300 gold pieces. Yeah, you're looking at kind of close to 3, maybe 3.5 grand. I'll tot it all up later.
We've made it, boys.
Retire.
The big time.
No, because we're
And
going to
all
walk
the
out of here,
furniture.
we're going to get arrested, and it's all going to get seized. Exactly what's going to happen.
Just like the real world.
They can take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom.
Or our sausage
Well,
roll.
they can take that as well. They can take both the life and freedom.
They
They
can't
can have the
sausage
freedom if I
rolls.
can keep the
I
money.
ate them all every last bit, so they could just suck on that. No sausage rolls for them. Bastards.
So we're really rich now.
Like Tom says, probably for the next 10 minutes.
We're basically own
Might as well live
Baldur's
it.
Gate.
I'm just looking through from the other, because obviously we still got all. There was, I mean, we've got 2 potions of fire breath. We've got 10 hours of a gate. We had silver and silver, copper, and gold from the other horde. We've got a lot of stuff. I need to sit down and collate it all into one document and work out what we've got. But we are not poor by any means of the word.
Yes.
See, Dave's pulling a face that says, "For now."
Not for long.
STSD, Dave. STSD.
I know.
It might be worth stashing that, so hiding. Teddy would know none.
Maybe we need to leave here in separate groups.
Or everyone leave and leave Tinker behind, and I'll just stand there like a suit of armor. And you give me the thumbs up when it's clear, and then I'll follow you out.
Right. So what's
What else
next?
do we got?
I think this is what we came for.
Yeah.
Still what's
Yeah,
next on the menu.
just for the sake of expedience, there's you search the rest of the rooms. There's nothing else of value in the whole of the complex. But you've now spent, after Duke Vanthampur has escaped, you've been down here for at the least 2 hours, if not longer.
Yeah. Right. Then what
Oh,
we
We're
need
going
to
to be trying to get somebody to come back
Who's
after
the-
us.
No,
who's the
I
most
think
powerful person? Who's the ruler of Baldur's Gate, or
She was.
is it, and there's those other two dukes.
Yeah, one. Obviously, you've lost Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard. He went down with Elturel.
Yeah.
Duke Thalamra Vanthampur was by far the most powerful. Secondary to her was Duke Porter, who was a retired businessman. And then there's Duke Stelmane that was recently had a stroke and was left with facial palsy and slurred speech. No one can understand her.
Shall we go and try and get to the businessman Duke? See if we can,
Porter.
yeah, and see if we can get him to come and say, look, we really have got some serious shit to show you. Bring an armed guard and follow us, sort of thing.
Well, what I'm going to do, because you're carrying Marrow, you're carrying the inert form of Thavius Krieg. As you make your way out of the dungeon into the mansion, you can see that the mansion itself, of the exits to the mansion, it's surrounded by fist. And you can see stood there, you can see Captain Zodge stood next to Thalamra Vanthampur.
You
Motherfucker.
fucking hero.
Oh, he got him.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping he's not on her side, otherwise we're screwed.
Yeah, stood next to though.
In conversation.
Yeah.
they've come to kill us.
Fucking.
Oh
Piece of
man,
shit.
it's time to cast some magic, motherfuckers.
Yeah, but how outnumbered are we?
Doesn't matter.
There's hundreds of Flaming Fist. There's more of Watch Guards stood around Villa.
Is there a balcony to the manor? Is there like somewhere that we can go?
Well, I was
up
going to say,
Sure.
the ladder, where did that take you?
Yeah.
The ladder goes up to the. Let me take you to.
Is
And
there
what
an XM214 minigun?
If only Mark.
Or a Apache helicopter.
So,
Funnily enough, there's just no bullets.
Well,
So
lucky
this-
for us, we've got an artificer in the group.
He's gonna
Hey.
make some bullets.
So this is the downstairs. There'll be balconies everywhere. That's the exit to the stables, but this is all walled. These are guarded walled. What you can see watch surrounding Villa inside here. The Duke and Zodge are stood there with Zodge's contingent of hard asses. You've met them all before. They're as hard as nails. So there's Zodge and his chosen 6 next to Duke Vanthampur, and she looks incensed. She's red faced, and she's sort of stamping her feet, and she's sort of like gesturing. But there's, I mean, it's a question. You've seen them. They are unaware of you guys. You're not sneaking out.
So Ace has got an idea, and he's going to pitch it to the group. So his concept is that potentially I can use minor illusion to amplify my voice, so that everyone can hear what's going to happen, and then we present them with Lion Fuck, basically as he is.
We don't know that for sure. We don't know what's going on. It doesn't look good, does it?
No, but that's what I'm saying. We present Lion Fuck and be like, hopefully it makes the flame, because we've been working for the Flaming Fist.
We are Flaming Fist.
Lazrith's also. What about Fallister and Lady Satyr and those lot still locked up down in the dungeon?
If we were leaving, we'd have gone to get them. We were going to go and got them.
She's not getting out though anytime soon, is she?
I still think
he's going
to be a bit of a weird one to explain, isn't it?
I still think me shutting down and pretending to be a suit of armor and holding all the loot is still a viable option.
Yeah. I mean, have you still got Albert?
No, Dave killed him.
No.
I'd have to summon him again. I can only do it as a ritual, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, what's another 10 minutes?
It's an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, forget about it.
I mean, look, the Flaming Fist love us, boys.
Why don't we just sit in the Satanic Temple and wait till they come, and then we just go, ta-da, Satan's Temple.
Do you seriously think that they're still on our side?
Can I wild shape into something small and see if I can eavesdrop on their conversation?
Sure. Yeah, no, you can do that free of charge. So you can hear Zodge is standing to attention. Something about kippers, I believe. I missed what he actually said. And what Vanthampur is saying is, desecrated my home, went into the dungeons. My sons live down there. I have nothing to do with downstairs. It's nothing to do with me. It's my sons that go downstairs. But they killed my son. They've killed my heir. And she's you can tell, Zodge well enough to know that he's a soldier and this is his superior. He's doing as he's told. But she seems to have an easy answer. What's the phrase? I hate it when my brain goes blank. She is unaware of the devil activity of her son. Plausible deniability. There you go.
Plausible deniability.
In which case, so I'm going to go back and report that and say, well, she's going with this whole plausible deniability. I don't know anything about it, but we know she was down there because we fought her and she nearly killed us. But it's our word against hers.
And bruised.
Yeah, can she not see the? Did she not look rough? Because we did give her.
Yeah.
She had a fair.
Yeah.
I don't think our word against hers is going to be enough.
We've got.
How far away are we from them?
It depends what you were thinking. You can sort of position yourself. They're stood. Let me just get the measuring tool out. So from the front door, they are stood. If this is we'll say this is the front door. They're stood 30 feet away. Yeah. You want me to put that
I think I know exactly what Ace is thinking. The wolves are natural sprinters, and I could get past them. I'll do it.
No, but could what's the captain of the Flaming Fist called?
Zodge.
Could Zodge make a wisdom saving throw for me? I'm gonna move myself right to the door, and I want Zodge to make a wisdom saving throw.
12.
Perfect. I'm gonna cast. So I'm gonna start playing my lute, but this kind of like harmony ripples across the wind, and Zodge is gonna be charmed. I'm casting Charm Person on Zodge. So as she's spieling this spiel about us, Zodge can't believe it. Zodge does not think that Ace is capable of enacting this.
As if Ace would do such a thing.
He's thinking, no man, this legendary rock star would not barge his way into somebody's house and fucking smash it up, steal everything, and then murder her son.
We have ransacked everything, so there is some truth, but...
Yeah, but they've not come in. They've not seen it yet. So yeah, so I'm gonna use my first level spell. Cast. So you attempt to charm a humanoid. You can say, the charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. But pardon?
How long does it last?
An hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say like a minute then.
Okay. So, I mean, Zodge was the captain that held his knife to Ace's throat. But I knew what you were doing, Jake, so I didn't apply disadvantage. But okay, so he has the charmed condition. But that basically affects social interaction, and he thinks friendly of you. You can't influence beyond that. But you have him enthralled as you sort of.
I'm going to turn back to everyone and I'm going to be like, well, I'm pulling his strings now.
Feel like that means it's time to negotiate then.
Yeah.
So, on that note,
I feel like the look on Dave's face is that this isn't a good idea. Are we all going to die?
Stop looking at my face.
I mean, if Zodge isn't going to order his men against us, then could we just...
I mean, on the TPK comment, this would be one hell of a way to go, wouldn't it?
Yep.
I mean...
Get Zodge to come over with us. Just say, if you can have a word with him, say, look, if just you could come with us, we've got things to show you.
Are you, for want of a better phrase, revealing yourself to...
I'm not, but I mean, Ace already has. So it's just like...
Well,
No,
technically I haven't, because I've run up to the door
yeah.
and then I've just cast Charm Person because I could.
Yeah,
it was
doing a
within
rhythm.
30 feet. So, like, I'm playing my loot at the moment, but maybe... So I'd probably like turn around and I say, Zodge is mine, like almost like with a bit of a grin on his face, as he's gonna keep like plucking the strings of his loot, and then he's gonna say like, if we're gonna win him over, now's the time to do it.
Yep. Alternatively, we just kill her. I mean, there's option B right there.
Yeah, but we've got 100 flaming fists that are potentially gonna...
which I think
she's already hurt. So I reckon we could take her out quickly, and then what they're going to do then? She's dead.
We might get arrested for murder.
We're one of them anyway. We're flaming fists too.
Don't they have all those witnesses that we saved in the previous sessions as well? When they sent back to him to relate.
Yeah, they were sent back to the inn to
we've got
be
evidence,
safe.
and he knows we're here trying to uncover this. So maybe he'll take our side. That's what we've got to hope.
Yeah, who's got the best charisma? Is it? It's going to be
Ace,
Mephiston or Ace.
Yeah. But I don't see the way out of this.
My
No,
charisma's
we
a plus
can't
5.
sneak out. They've told us, so we've got to take advantage of the failed saving throw. It happens so rarely. We've got to take advantage.
So I think on that note, then, if everyone's kind of giving him the go ahead, Ace will step through the door.
Okay. First thing you hear is as the door creaks is Duke Vanthampur will spin. Them, arrest them now. Zodge doesn't move, and she turns incredulously towards Zodge. What do you want to do?
Vanthampur. I thought it was devilish to tell lies.
Nice. But
As he's just going to kind of like look with a smirk on his face.
Shame we ain't got a
And
zone of
he's gonna kind of. I need to check, but is it whether it's a concentration spell or not? Because you can cast a cantrip though, can't I?
Yeah. You just can't cast another concentration spell.
And it's not concentration.
Oh, winner! So I'm
just
going to
charm
use
for an hour.
minor. So I'm going to use minor illusion to amplify my voice.
Yeah.
And Ace is going to be like, fellow members of the Flaming Fist, my mighty brethren. And he's going to be like, for we have fought aside you, and we have shown our prowess. But this woman deceives you all with her twisted tongue and devilish wit. She has made an infernal hellhole beneath her mansion, and she bids to pit the people of Baldur's Gate against each other so she can unlock this infernal power. But
Sparring.
we have unravelled her secrets.
We have. With cake.
And now she is resorting to little bitchy tactics to try and get us into trouble. And keep it buried. To which I say, fuck you.
Yeah. Yours, hippie!
And he's going to look.
So, I believe you should arrest her rather than us.
Okay. Have you finished? Yeah, sorry, Jake. Let's have a roll then. So it's going to be persuasion.
Okay, boys.
please.
felt like it was more of a
Here
performance,
we
but,
go.
you know.
I mean, I could go for performance.
Somebody give him a D4 just to help out every little bit.
Oh,
Oh,
quick
yeah,
bit of
go ahead.
guidance.
Give him a quick
Have
little
it.
guidance. Little tap
I'm
on
just gonna pat him on the back, be like, good speech.
Thanks. It was on the spot, if you couldn't tell.
I could. You're patting him on the back.
I'll go for performance or persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh, man. With a
Try,
D4
Jake.
guidance.
Yeah.
Fucking nat 20!
Yes.
And a D4, man.
Add the D4 just anyway.
Go on, get the 4.
Just trying to insult to injury.
This is a 4 as well. It's a 3, but still.
30.
Still,
30. So Zodge now just turns to Vanthampur and he goes, and then koshes her on the head as she collapses unconscious to the ground, and there's a hooray for the band, hooray! And everyone cheers. From behind all of this, you hear a shout, and it's like an attention, and all of the Flaming Fists now stand to attention as this female, heavily armoured Flaming Fist woman walks into the camp. And you know this woman. This is Leora Porter. This is the highest ranking Flaming Fist officer that you're aware of that isn't currently in Avernus. And she will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paraphrase and sum it up quite quickly because I know Jake's got to go in a bit. And she will demand a situation report. So you fill Commander Porter in on what's happened, and Zodge will corroborate everything that you've said. And you present Fabius Krieg. And Commander Porter will finish by saying to you all that so it appears your duty to Baldur's Gate is done. I release you from your commitment to the Flaming Fist. It appears you have work still left to do if you wish to save Elturel, it sounds like you now have the tools. I advise that you go to Candlekeep with all haste and find a way to descend into hell to save Elturel.
Oh yeah, that's pretty metal.
Nuzzy took the words out of my mouth. That is pretty fucking metal, boys. That's pretty fucking metal.
So that's almost exactly time for you to finish then, Jake. If you're happy with that, it is kind of a railroady little part of the campaign. But Fallister Fisk, he will, and Raya now will say, no, I must go. I must go to Candlekeep. I need this evidence against Thavius Krieg. I need this puzzle box opening, and if this woman can help, then that's where I'm gonna go.
That's where it was meant to be going to, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Can we not try and open the puzzle box?
You've Mephiston checked it. Mephiston knew enough about infernal puzzle boxes that if you fail, you can cataclysmically fail. It's never a magical way in. It's always a mundane way in. But if you were to attempt it and fail, then you could just...
We're fucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful. Well, guys.
Well, that turned out fantastically with that natural 20. I was pulling my pants a little.
Let me turn this